A year-end review is always interesting. We wonder where time went, yet wonder how we experienced so much in only 1 year. What do we highlight? What's important enough to be able to tell people about? We'll start by wishing you our second Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the wonderful San Francisco Bay Area. So where did our year go? Following the tsunami in Southeast Asia the day after Christmas last year, a group of us wondered how we could be a part of restoring people's lives who had lost so much. Darin traveled to Thailand in January to get a first-hand account of what that might look like. Undoubtedly, the need is great, but he found that it was and is possible for individual families to enter the struggle with families in that region. Since Darin's initial trip, friends of ours have traveled twice to this part of the world to be a part of restarting local businesses, getting care for those in need, and providing a playground for children who just need to play again. They have allowed us collectively to be a part of sharing relationally with people in need. This sharing was done as the beginning of an experiment in redistribution that around a dozen of us embarked on in January, called the Relational Tithe. In February, Gwen, who is still living with us, celebrated her 84th birthday while we were visiting friends and family at the Simple Way family reunion in Philadelphia. Gwen tells us she thinks she'll live to be about 100. Most days it seems very likely. Darin traveled back to Omaha in March to fulfill a long-standing promise to meet a friend of ours as he was released from the state penitentiary. His journey has not been easy, but we could not be prouder to call him our friend. In April, Darin turned 31 and Meeghan's dad turned 60. As a surprise to him, she traveled back for his party. While she was there, she also shared the news with our families that we were expecting a baby in October. So many surprises in one trip. We also finally got to see U2 in concert and get Bono's autograph before the show. That concert will probably go down as one of our top spiritual experiences. May 13th marked our 5th wedding anniversary. It really is great to feel like it just keeps getting better and better. In June, we traveled to the Bahamas and to Cuba. Our little one, at that time still inside, was celebrated by people who had never met him. This child is so loved and so lavished on by people who have so little. Our hope is that he will live in that same spirit. And back to the relational tithe. The experiment was a blast. Together we were able to share in meeting the needs of our families, friends, and neighbors, and decided to officially launch and invite others to participate in this with us. This is where Darin gives most of his time. We are now a group of around 30 plus who are not only from the U.S., but Canada and the Caribbean as well. July marked the 2nd anniversary of Gwen living with us. Although she continues not to know where she's living, as well as forgetting many other things, she really is doing quite well. She attends a day program Monday through Friday and consistently reports having 5 boyfriends. Also in July, Jimmy and his 2 boys, friends from Omaha, came to California to visit us. We had a great time with them and wish we all lived closer. Darin's nephews, Tyler and Chad, and a friend of theirs came to visit and also got roped into helping us move this past August. Although we only moved 3 blocks away, we couldn't have done it without their help. In September, ironically on Labor Day weekend, Meeghan went to Omaha for a baby shower given by her sister and her mom. We never knew such a little person would need so many accessories. This brings us to October. What a month. Pregnant for the first 9 days, and then the 10th. Justice Amadeus Petersen was born on October 10th at 4:31 p.m. After 13 hours of labor, and they don't call it labor for nothing, the help of Darin and Danelle, and 2 popsicles for the pain, justice was born, possibly reminding us that justice does not come easily. We absolutely love being his mom and dad. To see the little guy and to help out, both of our moms came out in the month of October. For Darin's mom, her 14th grandchild, and Meeghan's mom's 3rd. Late in the month of October, Darin traveled back to the Bahamas and Cuba to help coordinate the transition and leadership of a community we are connected with in Havana. Justice took his first plane ride to Indianapolis in November, with his parents, of course, to see friends of ours who were attending the CCDA conference that was being held there. Justice got to meet his Uncle Shane, and we had many friends who were willing to travel to see us, but mostly the baby. We got to see our former roommate from Omaha Park and Meeghan's longtime friend Tracy. We are also excited that Chris and Cassie Ha accepted the invitation to be Justice's godparents. What a gift their lives will be to him. We gave thanks this year by celebrating the homegoing of our friend and matriarch of Lakeside Baptist Church, Betty Nielsen. She went to be with her husband and her Creator early Thanksgiving morning. She had waited so long for that day. We were also able to be a part of preparing a meal with friends for people in the neighborhood to enjoy, and then share a good meal with friends, Craig and Laura Burnett and their family. Believe it or not, since moving from Omaha almost 3 years ago, we have never both traveled back at the same time until this December. A quick visit allowed us to see many friends and family and be a part of a Petersen family photo celebrating Darin's 45th wedding anniversary. Justice also finally got to meet all of his cousins, aunt and uncles, and his grandfathers. We will spend this Christmas as a family, the 4 of us, up in Napa Valley for a couple of days. It is truly God's country out here. We had the privilege to share this past year with many of you, but would have hoped to share it with all of you. I guess that's what the coming year is for. So email, call, or drop in if you're ever our way. Hope to share this coming year together.